Salt Lake City, what is that even like?
I love it here. I think it's gorgeous.
Tonight's too good to be real. Oh, but Daddy, don't you worry none, 'cause Mama's got the pill. Oh, Daddy, don't you worry none, 'cause Mama's got the pill.
In 800 feet, take the I-80.
So we're a Christian religion. We worship and believe in Jesus Christ. But we believe in a restored gospel. So,
Talk about that.
so a restored gospel basically means that when Christ was here on the earth, we believe that he established the fullness of his church, but just through time and like the wickedness of people and just the wickedness of man, really, rather than just like distorted the truths of his gospel. And so in order to protect it, he took it away from the earth, and it was restored again in the 1800s by Joseph Smith.
You can't talk about Salt Lake City, Utah without talking about the Mormons, also known as the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or LDS. Just like you couldn't talk about the city of Mecca without talking about Muslims.
Are you LDS? It's two questions. How is it weird to be LDS, not be LDS in Salt Lake City?
No, only if you live in Utah County.
Okay, so you don't notice it? Like you don't feel any...
Not here, it's like 50-50 around here.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
5 miles away from the mountains.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, it's a great liberal city.
Yeah? Is that sarcasm?
No,
Is it liberal? I like it.
it's very liberal.
This is my first time here.
We've had a lot of Democratic mayors,
Okay.
not many governors that are Democratic,
Right. I know it's a red state.
mostly Republican, but a lot of Democrats here in downtown. So
Right. Well, is it like most cities in a state are tend to be more liberal than like the rural areas?
yeah, Seattle, Denver.
Right. Yeah. So you would compare it to something like that?
Yeah, Salt Lake's kind of like Denver's sister city.
Okay. I like that.
Denver's a lot bigger, but
Sure.
it's pretty much kind of the same. It's a snow state.
It is so clean here, you're gonna love it. It's the land of the homeless, land of the bar goers. Gotta recommend it.
I was definitely surprised at the number of homeless people.
I just don't know what to say.
Anything that comes to mind?
It's beautiful. It's so fun.
Like this guy is having a blast.
Lake's awesome. Come move here.
Awesome. I love it. Awesome. Thank you.
Did you make it yourself?
Yeah. I make all my
How long did it take you?
like a month maybe.
University of Utah football is the best.
The city's growing fast and it's getting bigger and bigger.
It's large and spacious.
The Salt Lake Valley's first permanent settlements date to the arrival of the Latter-day Saints on July 24th, 1847. They were led by then president of the LDS Church, Brigham Young, who claimed to have seen the area in a vision from the Lord. The group was fleeing the Midwestern state of Indiana and searching for their own space to practice their own religion.
Limes have taken over the city.
Limes.
Yeah, the scooters.
Limes have definitely taken over the city. In other news, Brigham Young had 55 wives and 56 children. No wonder they were persecuted. Somebody is always upset when you have sex with so many people.
It's large and spacious. It's large and spacious.
Actually, disputes with the federal government over the church's practice of polygamy came to a head in 1857, the Utah War. That lasted about a year and had no significant casualties.
I don't know what to say about Salt Lake.
Say it. No. I'm not saying it.
No,
I
I'm
don't
no
know.
English.
No.
Perfect.
It's clean and beautiful and more diverse than people think it is.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm not like cutting it, cleaning it. I'm just rubbing it. Oh.
Like a grid system for the streets, so that's all like set up the same way. There's like streets run north, south, east, west.
Got a lot of little nooks and crannies that are hidden gems.
Perfect. Say it again, yell it.
Ken Garf.
Ken Garf.
Military presence remained through the Civil War to maintain Union allegiance. And even through the 1880s and 90s, many leaders in the church were imprisoned for violating anti-polygamy law. In 1890, the church released the Manifesto, which officially suggested members obey the law of the land. This satisfied the government, and in 1896, Utah got statehood. Salt Lake City became the state capital. Particularly interesting to me because it's the first time the U.S. government starts to restrict the meaning of freedom of religion. So it becomes, well, you can worship in the way that you choose as long as it's not too weird. As long as you're not marrying 50 women, for example.
Hi, I'm Sister Cox. I'm serving here as a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and my call is to serve here at Temple Square. And so what I just do on a daily basis is I take people on tours around these historical sites and teach them about the history and our basic beliefs. Like teenagers, so once you're 18, men can go. Once you're 19, women can go. Decide to go on missions. And it's really, they just set aside 18 months or 2 years of their time to dedicate their lives to serve Jesus Christ, basically, and to teach people about Jesus Christ. And so you submit an application about when you want to go on your mission, and then the leaders of our church will give you your call of where they want you to come and serve. And so I was called here to Temple Square. People can go all over the world and serve their missions and get called there. But really, people just want to do it to just share the joy that the gospel of Jesus Christ has brought into their life. And so they want others to experience that joy and to learn of that knowledge so that they can accept it for themselves.
I'm definitely a big fan of Salt Lake. Its population is around 200,000. The greater Salt Lake, Ogden, Provo region has about 2.4 million people. So it has a lot of things that you wouldn't necessarily get from a smaller town of just 200,000 people. The mountains and resorts nearby are world class, and only a few hours down the road is Moab and places like Bryce Canyon. Some of the most beautiful places on earth. It's definitely one of the top 5 best cities in America under 200,000 people. Okay, bye.